Walt Disney's classic Lady and the Tramp on Japanese Laserdisc. Coming up next. Hey guys, welcome back to the 5-Hour Show. I'm your host Raymond, and today we're doing another vintage physical media review. And today's is Walt Disney's classic Lady and the Tramp on Japanese Laserdisc. So, before we get started, I want to talk about the title of this movie. Now, it's obvious that Walt Disney named this movie Lady and the Tramp. Now, one of the things that would be very difficult to translate are the dogs. So, while you have a lady, in Japanese, that would be inu ona. So it would be dog female or female dog, ona inu. And then you would have otoko inu. So you would have male dog, female dog. That's kind of a long title as it is already. Then you would have to proceed to explain the word tramp. So that alone is very difficult. So in Japan, they opted to call this Wan Wan Monogatari. Monogatari. So what that means is Wan Wan is dog. You know, they call a dog in Japanese inu or wan-chan. Why? Because this is the sound wan for a dog barking in Japan. So when you hear a dog barking, a Japanese person would say wan 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 wan. You know, that's their sound for the dog barking. So as opposed to Americans when we say woof woof woof. So that would be the same thing. Now, monogatari, what this means is simple. This means story. So bark, bark, story. In other words, dog stories. That's what they called Lady and the Tramp in Japan. So, now that we've got that cleared up, let's head into the physical media review of this Laserdisc. Alright, and so first let's pull this sleeve off. Get that out of the way. You have a better look at the front. Now let's turn it over to the back. And as you can plainly see, this is a Walt Disney Home Video Black Diamond Classic Lady and the Tramp Wan Wan Monogatari. And so then you have side 1 chapter track and side 2 chapter track. Now, Lady and the Tramp was released back in 1955. I wasn't even born yet. So, about roughly 20 years later, maybe even longer than that, 25 years later, the first time I saw this movie was actually at a drive-in theater. My parents loved taking us to the drive-in. We'd take the station wagon, pull down the back side of the station wagon and park it in so we can lay with our blankets and watching the big screen, and we're watching Lady and the Tramp with the little speaker attached to the window. And we would watch, I believe it would be a double feature. So you're looking at about roughly 3 hours. We'd show up around 6 and we'd leave around 9:30, 10 p.m. Go home. But this is where I saw Lady and the Tramp. Okay, so again, this movie was released way before I was born, and I'm old. But anyway, so this Laserdisc was made by Pioneer Japan, and as that's shown here, Pioneer LDC, manufactured by Pioneer LDC Incorporated, Japan, made in Japan. Okay, this roughly cost somewhere between $55-$60 when it was released back in 1990. All right, so now let's pull out the disc, and here's the disc, and as you can see, it's in pristine shape. It's beautiful. 1990 Wan Monogatari, Pioneer LDC, made in Japan. Side 1, black diamond, and side 2, black diamond. Okay, all right, and that does it for the disc, of course. And as I said, it is just beautiful. The reflection of that disc, though, is really strong. But now let's go on to the cool part. This one did come with its pamphlet. Walt Disney Home Video, Pioneer LDC. I failed to get a translation for this, but I'm sure it's talking about, getting all the Laserdisc from Disney. That's usually what they do. And so here you have the special price for this. Was roughly around Christmas time, or right before Christmas time. I'm assuming in the 90s they released this right before Christmas. Of course, they want to get those sales. A big old laser disc right there. That's really cool. So yeah, Disney's pamphlets are really well done. And so look at that. It's a beautiful poster-esque pamphlet. So I did take pictures, and you will be able to pause and see everything that's available on those pictures. There's just so much in there. This is one busy pamphlet. And then there are other titles, of course, at the bottom, which you'll be able to see. And then the rear of the pamphlet. Okay. Again, Laserdisc, Pioneer, 1990. That is roughly 30 years ago. So this movie, the Laserdisc is already 30 years old, and the movie was released in 1955. That was roughly 35 years before. So it's pretty old. This thing is old. Okay, so anyway, that does it for our Lady and the Tramp Laserdisc physical media review. And again, one of the things about this movie and some of the other movies that I've watched from Disney is the fact that I think what it is you can watch the movie anytime, but I think for me, as I've said before, as I mentioned, it was watching these movies with your loved ones. That's what watching a movie with friends and family is for me. It has meaning. And so I miss those days. So, when I watch this with my parents at the drive-in, it's a memory that I'm going to cherish, but it's not something that I'll ever be able to do again. God bless their souls. So, anyway, thank you so much for coming to the 5-Hour Show today. I'd like to ask you to please consider subscribing to the channel. I'd like to thank you for watching. Share, like, comment. Let us know what you think. What's your favorite Disney movie? And with that, I say thank you again. God bless you. Take care. And I will see you guys on the next episode of the 5-Hour Show. God bless you all.